chapter 531, Everything But the Rain, OP4. This is turning into Diacide again. Dark of the Bleeding Moon. Ooh. Stop reminding me of the Transformers movies and Michael Bay, god damn it. Dark of the Bleeding Moon. It's like Dark of the Moon, but they added bleeding. So the chapter begins with Isshin Shiba at Karakura Town, confronted by the mysterious hollow. He is actually surprised that it is black, although from all the hollows that we've seen in this series, a majority of them were black. Some of them were like almost completely black. I don't know why this should be a surprise or shock towards him. So the hollow turns around and sees Isshin, and yes, it looks so much like Ichigo's Vassal Lorde's hollow transformation. I don't know if this is a coincidence or not. So that hollow roars, and Isshin notices that not only is all black, but its hole was clogged up by something. So it has a hole that is filled with something, and it's completely black, and it's coincidentally looks a lot like Ichigo's hollow. Also, if you look closely in one of the panels, when the hollow is roaring, you notice a second pair of teeth inside the outside pair of teeth in the hollow. So the hollow charges at Isshin, and these two are about to attack, and they're being watched by none other than Aizen back at the what division is this again? Also, where the hell are they? Are they? I think they're in Soul Society, or they're in like some secret underground place with all these computers and technology. I don't know where they are, honestly. I think they're in Soul Society, somewhere sacred, I guess. So yeah, not only Aizen, but also Kaname and Gin are watching Isshin fighting the hollow. And I am not surprised that Aizen is kind of responsible for that hollow, because apparently these three were doing their hollification experiments, and this hollow seems to be one of their experiments. Now, Aizen seems to be intrigued, even though it was quite unexpected of Isshin to show up. So he wanted to get up close to see this for real. Now, back at the mansion, Masaki senses the reactions of Isshin and the hollow, and she's about to go and, I guess, try to help in any way she can, but she is stopped by Ryuken, who's saying that she should stay instead of going out there. Apparently, the Quincy's have some way of preserving the Quincy bloodline. According to Ryuken, Quincy's don't have to do anything against the hollows until after the Shinigami dies. Why after the Shinigami dies, or why not until the Shinigami leaves, or I don't know why. It's just how it is, I guess, in Quincy's. Now, according to him, even in the event that happens, Katagiri and the other Mishlings, aka the mixed bloods or mud bloods, whatever you want to call it, can sort things out. And when it comes to the rain blue Tigan Quincy, the pure blood Quincy's, they cannot basically do anything that is so petty when it comes to these hollows unless it's absolutely 100% necessary. So in other words, they let the Mudblood Quincy's do all the hard work when it comes to the hollows, and they'd probably have to wait until the Shinigami dies. And the Pureblood Quincy's don't get to do jack shit until it is absolutely 100% necessary. Yeah, kind of dickish, but understandable since they have to preserve the Quincy bloodline since Quincy's are slowly dying down. Now, since we learned that Katagiri apparently is a mixed blood Quincy, and there's rumors going on that she may be Uryu's mother. If that were the case, then that would probably explain why Uryu never used the Blut vein or any of the new techniques we saw against the Vandenreich, because he would technically be 3/4 Quincy and 1/4 human, Uryu. But then again, we don't know if the Vandenreich are all pure Quincy's or if they're half Quincy's or not. And then again, Ichigo is half Quincy, half Shinigami, and yet he learned Blue Vein. You know what? Scratch it. Scratch it. Forget what I said about that. So before we get to see Ryuken and Masaki's argument, we cut back to Isshin and the hollow, and they are continuing their fight. Apparently, yes, this was confirmed now that this isn't actually a hollow, but it may or may not be a Shinigami that is being turned into a hollow. I guess that would explain the second pair of teeth. But then again, I think other hollows probably have that too. I'm not sure. But this definitely does confirm that it's definitely one of Aizen's experiments. So Isshin, during his fight, he was being pushed back by the hollow, and then he's being interrupted by one of the Shinigami, which we don't know his or her name. I can't tell if it's a guy or a girl. But who the hell cares, because that Shinigami is going to eventually die. According to the Shinigami, Isshin was in the area that's under the jurisdiction of the 13th Squad. Why would you bring that up when he's fighting against a freaking hollow? That's not important right now. But the hollow heads towards the unknown Shinigami and launches a Sero at him or her. Now Masaki and Riken sense this, and Masaki heads towards the Reiatsu, but not before she says if she doesn't go outside and follow protocol, then a life would be lost because of the decision, and she would never forgive herself because she didn't get the chance to go outside and help that person. And also, she said that she actually respected Ryuken for being considerate towards the Quincy's, the future of the Quincy's, and her aunt. But Masaki is, of course, more different, because for her, taking care of herself means that not being able to not running away and not avoiding something that she has the power to control. So then she heads outside, and Ryuken gets a buzzer or pager, I don't know what that is, and she tells Katagiri that she's heading out and to prepare the Reishi armor. Wait a minute! Quincy's have Reishi armor? What the hell? Since when do Quincy's have Reishi armor? And if they had Reishi armor, how come we never get to see them use it ever again? Or was it the thing that Uryu had on before he went on his Volstandig or something? I don't remember. Did I miss Quincy using Reishi armor or something? And apparently they have Reishi armor, which I don't know what the hell that would look like. Probably something with lots of crosses on it. And he'd probably look like a knight with a crossbow or a bow and arrow, something. I don't know. Reishi armor? Seriously? So back with the Isshin and the hollow. Yeah, after the hollow launched its Sero at the Shinigami, who's most likely dead, although we don't get to see his or her body. But who the hell cares? So Isshin tries to attack the hollow from behind, but the hollow blocks his sword. And he comes to a conclusion that there was no way a hollow like this could slip under Soul Society's radar, and knows that probably somebody was actually pulling the strings and covering it, keeping it concealed. But he doesn't actually know who it is, and he doesn't really care. And then he uses his Shikai near the end of the chapter. He's like, burn Engetsu, and yeah, Engetsu is a fire sword. Honestly, it wasn't like, I was like, I've seen it before. I mean, with the Rijin Jaka and Zanka no Tachi. But, okay, yeah, cool. He has a fire sword. I don't know why he didn't use that earlier. I don't know. And also, last I remembered, Isshin had the Getsuga Tensho. He used that against Aizen on his Asauchi. So why couldn't Isshin try to use the Getsuga Tensho against the hollow? But honestly, I was looking forward to seeing what Engetsu can do, you know, despite it being a sword that's covered in fire. He's about to attack with that fire sword of his, but he gets cut from behind by none other than Aizen, and he's wearing the cloak from that Urahara wore and turned the pendulum arc, and that is where the chapter ends. Damn it, Aizen! I wanted to see what Engetsu can do. Also, you stole that cloak from Urahara. What the hell? So yeah, this Bleach chapter 531. I actually like this chapter. This chapter was pretty good. Although I was actually hoping to see more of this fight. I don't know. Because I don't know, the whole looked pretty badass. Maybe they'll look better in the anime once it comes back. Also, I don't know how the hell Aizen managed to get that cloak that Urahara wore back in the Turn and Pendulum arc. which I think was the same cloak that was used to conceal his Reiatsu, which would probably explain why Isshin was able to get cut from behind. Now, judging from this wound, it looks like that this might be where the beginning of the flashback would come to play, when Masaki comes and sees an injured Isshin. And probably after this chapter, we might see Masaki and Isshin meeting for the first time. Masaki, I guess we could see like where Ichigo's determination to protect other people came from. It came from her mother. But the thing I'm actually looking forward to is the Reishi armor. I just hope it doesn't look stupid. It looks pretty awesome and useful. If it's useless, then I could probably understand why Quincy's don't use them. Although I don't understand why Quincy's don't use Reishi armor if we've never seen one before. Now, learning about how to preserve the Quincy bloodline, I guess I can understand. I understand that, you know, it's kind of dickish. I mean, the purebloods don't get to do a lot of killing the hollows. You just leave that to the mudblood Quincy's. But I do understand it. It's still dickish, though. It's still dickish. And honestly, I am not surprised that Aizen is responsible for that hollow, and probably responsible for getting Isshin and Masaki to meet. Hell, for all we know, he probably planned on them getting married and having a baby named Ichigo. Fucking Aizen. Everything that goes on in Bleach, he's always either responsible for it or he is involved in some way. So overall, this was, again, a pretty good chapter. I'm actually looking forward to seeing the Reishi armor if we actually have the chance to see it. I don't know how long Aizen, Kaname, Gin, and that hollow is going to stick around for. Maybe they'll probably kill the hollow and leave. The next week's chapter definitely might see Isshin and Masaki meet for the first time. So yeah, that is Bleach chapter 531. Pretty good chapter. This is Brown 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.